Chilly Friday, you know Social Diary is about to give you that weekend feeling, and we cannot close the week without looking at what has been making headlines on the interwebs. So welcome to Social Diary, and you know the drill. It's all about what you guys have been talking about online. And my co-host today is the one and only award-winning actor, director, producer. Hey, what else is missing? Mike Njeru, hi.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Welcome to Social Diary.
Man, it's an absolute honor to be here.
Is it, I must say, award-winning actor?
Well, if it's a fact, it's a fact.
It's a fact, it is a fact. So remember to catch us live on social media platforms at Metropole TVK. As you do that, keep tweeting under the hashtag Social Diary. Now, Mike, this week has a lot has been happening. Apart from us having floods, tuko na rivers, tuko na oceans, but just fishing. Fishing is the only thing that is happening. It's the only thing that is missing. You know, at this rate, it's only fishing. Now we need to get the fishing rods and to go to Sawa. What do you think?
Well, I'm telling you, I think it's about time I went and bought my gear, because at this rate, this rain is relentless. It's not going anywhere. December is all about, man, maji too, you know. Kuna wenye nakata. Some of us are just swimming, you know.
I'm going to top of it to go to swimming lessons.
You know?
Now, in a proper Mike Sonko style, he once again set the internet ablaze. Almost as usual, not for the right reasons. So social media went crazy with the hashtag arrest Sonko, you know, like we reached there, literally. So people on the interwebs called for the arrest of the outspoken governor, fueled by the grim state of the city following the heavy rains that have been experienced in Nairobi and other parts of the country. Like we said, we've been swimming. Definitely. Now, many Nairobians went keyboard crazy over the flooded, impassable roads, massive potholes. I've suffered that. Garbage in the city, as well as the recently increased parking fee. There were, my God, have you seen that as well? Which is coming later. Huh? And then there were, however, others who were on the side of the city or honcho, saying that the heavy downpour is a natural phenomenon and nature was just taking its course. But Sonko supporters also insisted that Nairobians are to blame for the flooded roads, as they throw away garbages like plastic bottles, which end up clogging the city drainage systems. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Sonko has failed this county? Mike?
Well, to be frankly honest, what I think is the government's key role, especially when it comes to, you know, the devolved system, when you're talking about county by county management.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to facilitation issues. If at all there are systems in place that have been put to make sure that, hey, you know, when floods come, because you can't really sometimes predict some of these things, you know.
Sure.
That's what they call, I guess, you know, natural phenomenons.
Yeah.
You can't really predict them, but we need to be ready when they do come. So if it's a question of, do we have the systems in place to ensure that when it floods in Nairobi, the roads don't get flooded, like, you know, garbage doesn't come from the sewers, like, you know, sewage doesn't come and just, you know, just causes all kinds of havoc on our roads, or, you know, or our roads become impassable, or our kids can't go to school, that type of thing. It's about what is, or, you know, the people who we've put in place to make sure that some of these systems are in place, are they actually doing their job? So it's about bringing them to the book.
So as you have your own opinion, people on the interwebs had the same, and we're going to look at one at Mumbi Mutuko, who says, during hashtag census 2019, you were joking about owning a canoes. Looks like the government was silently sending a message with the flooding going on in Nairobi. Now you are singing hashtag arrest Sonko. Look at you. I'm like, they never ask if we had canoes, but okay. Then we have the big, this is the big kahuna, who says, hashtag arrest Sonko and take him back to Shimolatewa. Let's discuss this Shimolatewa story. Mike, what are your thoughts on Shimolatewa? You saw that article that trended.
Actually, yeah, I did. I mean, but to be frankly honest, I think we need to genuinely move from a place or a perspective where we're just being emotive. Hey, guys, you know, there's social media and everything. I mean, the biggest problem here is about, yes, there is creative and, you know, freedom of expression and all that. Yeah. But sometimes we need to reduce, you know, it's easy to get upset about some of these things, or you get upset about someone or something.
So we're blaming him.
You know, so like, just because you decide to blame people, you're like, okay, you know what, I end the Shimolateo, you know, I'm like, come on, man.
The past is the past. Kama imesha kuja kwa article na Wacha ni reserve comments zangu. So mwana atumanera blogger alisema, you cannot stop rain, but with all billions at Mike Sonko and his gangsters have been collecting from Nairobi and from the national government, why can they at least open up drainage systems? Why wait for the heavy rainfall to destroy properties and risk cholera outbreaks and like so many things? So hashtag arrest Sonko. But now you keep on wondering, come on, Sonko has the rescue team. What is it doing? I thought that to come and rescue people. No, Mike? Oh, alafu unajua ni namesake.
That's why in my mind I'm thinking, hold on, is this a personal attack on, you know, Mike Bana? Allah, are we going to be arrested just because, manze, you know, it's raining? Come on, it's December, let's have some fun, Bana.
No, it's not going to be party after party all the time. So we have at John Jenga who says, after the floods in magical Kenya, 1, no drainage will be built in cities. 2, politicians will ignore the flooding. It will rain again and flood again soon. Magical leaders, magical ignorance, magical governance, magical government. Hashtag. Now, where do you have to mention Chris Martin in that, really? In the hashtag. It's almost a song about mention that, then rather, and then also arrest Sonko. Then we have a Wayne Bryant 7 who says, they will say Sonko has achieved. Let's be realistic. Now, with Wayne Bryant, he put the picture, you know, with the I think it's the Haile Selassie roundabout. Is it the no, I think it's the Kenyatta roundabout. One of those roundabouts. And then one side of it all, it's flooded. The other side, you know, it's cars are moving. So I just wonder, hey, hapa tumechezwa. Unaonaje, Mike?
Manzeni kama Rosafi, it's like this rain that we've been praying and crying for, as good as or rather as much as it is a blessing, it's coming with its own, you know, tushida tudogo. Yeah,
kuna landslides,
you know, man, manze, honestly, my thoughts are with the people of West Pokot as well. Yeah. But what I truly feel, again, it just comes down to the fundamentals. Like, we need to be ready for some of these situations as they come. You know, we can't keep saying, you know, oh, you know, it's a government's fault. Yeah. Yes, of course you have to accept. It is the government's
fault, because when they're building this, and Mike, I'm sorry, I have to blame them, because when they were building these roads, when, you know, they're doing the construction, they had to at least put this in mind. Like, you know what, Nairobi, you know, the drainage system is not really good. So what are the solutions for it? Again, scandal, billions missing. So tutafanya nini? Also, now the other thing is, right now it's raining, it's pouring, we have water flooding this, you know. Instead of them harvesting, you know, find a solution to harvest this water, few months from now we may get drought. Yet saizi kunanyesha. So it's more of like tuko wapi.
Right.
Right.
I think you're spot on there. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here and say, you know, don't blame the government at all. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm trying to say is as individuals, we also have our own individual and corporate responsibility to make sure that which is within our reach, in terms of how can I make sure, like, let's say I put some systems in place in my own house to make sure that when it rains, like, water doesn't just come trickling into my house. Can I do something? Can I maybe erect a pavement slightly higher up? Something as simple as that that can help divert water. Can I make sure that I maybe install a 500-liter tank, you know, at where my house is, so that I have system and you know, and vents in place so that I can harvest the water, as you mentioned. Like, we need to be a bit more proactive, I think.
I think this is some advice you should give your namesake, man.
Instead of arresting the man,
instead of arresting, give us a taste. And now very soon you may notice a dramatic decrease, you know, with the in the number of cars parked in some areas in the CBD. Nakwambia, accent. And I'll tell you why. So City Hall this week announced that it will increase the parking fee to 400 shillings in CBD and 200 for areas around Upper Hill and Westlands, beginning Wednesday, that is December 4th. However, the High Court temporarily suspended the increment in the parking fees for Nairobi motorists pending the hearing and determination of a case filed by the Consumer Federal of Kenya, aka COFEC. Of course, court presumably, you know, the motorists could not resist expressing the outrage and took it to the interwebs. So before we go to these people, unaonaje story ya parking increment?
mimi nakushauri roho safi.
Yeah.
To me it does.
Lakini roho yako ni safi sana.
Acha nikwambie, sisi Mex tunakuwa na roho safi sana. Lazima kieleweke. Yes. But the reality is, your story inanisinya. It bores me half to death because for me it doesn't make sense. If at all there's a genuine reason. Yeah. For me to see that, okay, fine. I drive in my car into Tao. I'm paying 2 SOK. And then now I'm being forced to pay 4 SOK. And if at all it made sense, and I was seeing the value add that comes with my topping it up, or even because it's you know, it's 200% now more.
It is.
You know, I mean, it's crazy when you think about it, because there is no accountability. There is no step further that tells us, okay, fine, the increment is this way for this and this, and it will be tracked and you'll be given due reports because after all, nyinyi wananchi ndo mnalipa, you know.
But you know, like Kanjo's, Nairobi, I think one of the most money-making revenues is parking. Nakwambia, so the buildings which are being built specifically for parking, because come on, the CBD is not that huge. It's very, very congested. You know, like, why would you do this to people? What is the motive? Is it to reduce the number of cars coming in the CBD, or what is, you know? But those are my thoughts. We have people like Bosbori_Kenya who said, will the increase in parking fee act as a strategy to decongest the city? #Kofek on parking fees, which is exactly what we were talking about. And, you know, like, does not make sense. Is it decongestion that you're looking for, or it's just trying to rip off people, you know? Kwa sababu Kenya, we never know. Kila mali tunafinywa, Michael hujafinywa? Ni economy bana.
Nafinywa left, right and center. Mimi nakwambia mimi saa zingine I wake up in the morning, I'm like, you know, it's just me and my God, yani.
Let me just go back to sleep.
Hapana dosta finya. Sisi finya ukiomba hakuna VAT, you know, iko tu sawa.
Yeah.
So tunazidi tu kuishi manze. At the end of the day, proudly Kenyan. So tuendelee tu.
Tutangana na hali yetu.
Tupambane na hali yetu. Hakuna njia nyingine.
Mbewa Davi was replying to a bunch of people who said Kenya shillings 150 bob is enough ban. #Kofek on parking fee. Actually, I think 150 is okay. To be honest, 150 equals sawa. Then we have a TI Fabian who said, we still have so many things that we require the county government to tackle. #Kofek on parking fees, you know. But it's true, we have a lot to tackle on, like the drainage in Nairobi. Because Kenyatta Avenue imekuwa river nini? Sijitepatia tena gani? River CBD. Then we have Collins who said, we need public opinions on this matter. Yes, I'm with you, Collins. You're not supporting Collins on that?
I totally support Collins. I think his opinion is actually true.
Public participation
I feel is critical. We need to have insights, opinions, you know, and you know, try to tap into people's ideologies just to get to the bottom of everything and come to an amicable solution. Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, you know, as we'll see what they say. Since the matter is in court, let us wait for final decision. Now, the fight against plastics in the country rages on, and this time it goes beyond banning them. That is literally, they're like, So now the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, that is launched the Kenya Plastic Action Plan in Nairobi. This is to provide an opportunity for private sector to establish collective solutions on plastic pollution. But there you've seen there the plastic is, the pollution is so bad. Umona, it's making the place, it's making the Nairobi look really, you know, I don't know what to say. Now, this plastic action focuses on 4 main areas for it. That is the design, cash flow, communication, and waste management. This will involve public education on the benefits and methods of properly disposing of plastic waste, encouraging traders collecting and sorting recyclable trash, develop more effective ways of measuring recycling efforts, and finding and developing new markets for recycled products. So the move was well received on the interwebs, actually. And see, for me, I kind of like that, recycling products. I think it's going to build, it will saidia kiasi in terms of employment, you know. Kwa sababu tuko pabaya. Unaonaje story?
And you know, because plastic naturally takes forever to, you know, years, actually, it's, I think, thousands upon years to decompose. So it's naturally a threat to the environment. Of course, I'm talking about virgin plastic. But essentially what we need to do is, again, just be, one, take word to the ground, because people don't know. You know, people out there buying their sodas and throwing, you know, bottles left, right, and center. We need to have, you know, like very clearly indicated or marked or, you know, demarcated.
Now, I know what you're saying.
Areas, you know,
I know what you're saying, but did you say there's that? I know those trash bins that are coming recently, saying like disposable, plastic, metals, you know, something like that. Yeah, but I think sometimes we just play ignorance. We just ekelea tu kila kitu in the same place. Unapata imejaa mpaka juu. Sasa tutasaidikaje pia saa zingine?
I think pia new story too. Yeah, I think you can categorize your waste, because there's organic and decomposable, like banana peels and stuff like that. Iko na dustbin yake mahali. Like, and this, it starts from the very, very basic setting. You can actually have this in your houses where you have multiple dustbins, and if you have children, they'll come and ask.
Yes, unaweza kuna flat take up your dustbins kadhaa.
Hata nikwambie kitu, you can always do the most. It is not an excuse to just throw everything in the name of, you know what, this is my trash.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's about, it's in part conservation education.
Ensure we need to start taking care of our trash.
Yeah, we have to.
Then we have a James Wakibia, who says, if plastic is too vulnerable a resource, what is it doing in the environment? Hashtag plastics action. Plan KE. Then we have Atar Kisi Finest _ so Mr. Finest, saying technology of course offers multiple solutions. Firstly, through the development of innovative plastic alternatives, from cassava based eco bags to plant bottles. Hashtag plastic action. Plan KE. And then we have Ben Oge, who says companies should rethink products delivery to the consumers. And the shift of shunning throwaway plastic, replacing virgin plastic with non-toxic, recycled and recyclable plastic only has a limited role in addressing plastic overproduction. Hashtag plastic action. Plan KE. So it's more of like rethink plastic. I see. So we are here for that. We'll support the movement. I will support the movement. Mike will support the movement.
Ndani kabisa. Kieleweke.
So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we're back, more on the social diary.